Hello, welcome back. It's 9:40. It starts to getting dark. Welcome, I'm the old YouTuber John from Denmark. I like to read about this city in Poland called Leszno, I think, because they have a steam railway connection to a Polish city called Wolskin, and let's have another connection there to Poznan on the normal Polish state railways. That's the last in the whole world, the last public normal steam railway with a normal traffic. I got one more subscriber, 15,027, but I'm close to get below 15,000 subscribers again. I only get like 2,000 more subscribers in like 4 years, so not so many. But let's try finish this video before 20 minutes. That's only 6 pages. Then we got a long one. This Poznan city is 16 pages. I think we have power for that. Then I will upload. Then I will go to bed and watch Netflix. I'm watching this old Star Trek sci-fi from the 1968. That's the first one. And it being a hot day in Denmark, it's still hot in my living room. It's like 26, so it'll be a hot night. But I lost more than 30 kilos of weight, so it will be a little bit more easy this summer. Yes, let's read this. Leszno, I never read about the city, so if I not do it now, I will probably never record this video. Yes, I like to drive this steam train from this city called Wolsli. I cannot pronounce it, but there's a steam railway. Wolsli to Leszno to Poznan on the Polish state railways. That's not so far away from Harz in Germany.
Leszno. Leszno Town Hall. Town Hall flag of Leszno. Flag coat of arms of Leszno. Coat of arms official logo of Leszno. Brandmark motto, S Leszno Rose Wins Skatidla. Leszno spread your wings. Leszno is located in Greater Poland Voivodeship. Leszno. Leszno coordinates, 51 degree 5045 and 16 degree 3450 E. Leszno, LN, listen, German, Lissa, 1800-1918 Lissa in Posen, is a historic city in western Poland, within the Greater Poland Voivodeship. It is the seventh largest city in the province with an estimated population of 62,429, as of 2021.1. Previously, it was the capital of the Leszno Voivodeship, 1975-1998, and is now the seat of Leszno County. Contents. History. Early history. 16th-18th centuries. 19th-20th centuries. World War II. Post-war history. Climate. Sport. Education. Primary schools. Secondary schools. Technical schools. Colleges. Notable people. International relations. Twin towns. Sister cities. References. External links. History. Early history. The city's unrecorded history dates to the 13th century. It was first mentioned in historical documents in 1393, when the estate was the property of a noble named Stefan Karl in Wienshawa. The family eventually adopted the name Olsztyński, literal meaning of Leszno, derived from the name of the estate, as was the custom among the Polish nobility. 2. 16th–18th centuries. In around 1516, a community of Protestants known as the Unity of the Brethren, Unitas Fratrum, were expelled from the Bohemian lands by King Władysław I and settled in Leszno. They were invited by the Leszczyński family, imperial counts since 1473 and who had converted to Calvinism. The arrival of the Bohemian Protestants, in addition to weavers from nearby Silesia, helped the settlement to grow. Leszno is located in Poland. Leszno. Leszno coordinates 51°5045 and 16°3450 Country Poland Voivodeship Greater Poland County City County First mentioned 1393 City Rights 1547 Government City Mayor Lukas Barajak Area Total 31.9 km 2 12.3 square mi. Population 2021. Total 62,429 Density 2,000/km 2 5,100 square mi. Time zone UTC +1 CET Summer DST UTC +2 SIST. Postal code 64-100 to 64-110 Area code S +48065 Car plates for website u.lesno.pl. Baroque St. Nicholas Church in 1547 it became a town by a privilege according to Magdeburg law granted by King Sigismund I of Poland. Leszno is a private town, administratively located in the Zgorzelec County in the Poznań Voivodeship in the Greater Poland province of the Polish Crown. 3. Leszno became the largest printing center in Greater Poland thanks to the activity of the Protestant community. Their numbers grew with inflow of refugees from Silesia, Bohemia, and Moravia during the 30 Years' War. In 1631, Leszno was vested with further privileges by King Sigismund III Vasa, who made it equal with the most important cities of Poland such as Krakow, Gdansk and Warsaw. By the 17th century, the town had a renowned gymnasium, school, which was headed by Jan Amos Komensky, known in English as Comenius, an educator and the last bishop of the Unity of the Brethren. 4. Johann Hermann, a German-speaking poet, lived in Leszno from 1638 until his death in 1647. Between 1636 and 1639, the town became fortified and its area increased. 4. The era of Leszno's prosperity and cultural prominence ended during the Second Northern War, when the town was burnt down on the 28th of April, 1656 by Swedish forces. Quickly rebuilt afterwards, it was set on fire again during the Great Northern War by Russian forces in 1707 and was ravaged by plague in 1709. The Leszczyński family owned the city until 1738, when King Stanislaus I Leszczyński sold it to Alexander Joseph Sulkowski following his abdication. 2. One of two main routes connecting Warsaw and Dresden ran through Leszno in the 18th century, and Kings Augustus II the Strong and Augustus III of Poland often traveled that route. 5. 19th–20th centuries. Potajacil Ludu, 19th century Polish press from Leszno in the Second Partition of Poland in 1793. Leszno was annexed by the Kingdom of Prussia, within which it was referred to as Lissa. In 1807 it was taken by Napoleon's Grand Army and included within the newly established but short-lived Polish Duchy of Warsaw. Following Napoleon's defeat in the Napoleonic Wars, in 1815 the town was renexed by Prussia, initially as part of the semi-autonomous Grand Duchy of Posen. the town was subjected to Germanization policies. Nevertheless, Polish press was issued in the town, Potajacją Ludu, and in the 1840s, Polish historian, geographer and former officer Stanislaw Plater published the Mala Encyclopedia Polska, Little Polish Encyclopedia, one of the pioneering 19th century Polish encyclopedias, in the town. In 1871 it became part of Germany, and in 1887, it became the administrative seat of the Prussian Kreslisse. After World War I, in November 1918, Poland regained independence. Shortly after the Greater Poland Uprising of 1918-19 broke out, attempting to reintegrate Greater Poland and Leszno with Poland. The first local battles of the uprising took place in the area on December 28, 1918. 6. Afterward the city became part of the newly established Second Polish Republic under the Treaty of Versailles, with effect from the 17th of January, 1920. The local populace had to acquire Polish citizenship. In the interbellum, Leszno was a county seat within the Polish Poznan voivodeship. In 1924, a monument dedicated to the Polish insurgents of 1918-19 was erected. 6. World War II. German execution of Poles in Leszno in October 1939 during the joint German-Soviet invasion of Poland, which started World War II in September 1939. The town was annexed by Nazi Germany and incorporated into Reichsvorwurfland. The Germans carried out mass arrests of Poles accused of anti-German activities. Attending church services and having private meetings in Polish households were considered suspect activities. 7. A prison for Poles was established in the local monastery, where more than 200 people had already been imprisoned in September 1939 during the intelligence action. 8. The Polish population was expelled to the general government, German-occupied Central Poland. Most of the town's Jewish population, which had included such notable rabbis as Leo Baek and Jacob of Lissa, as well as the writer Ludwig Kalisz, and the remaining Poles were massacred by the Nazi Einsatzgruppen, which entered the town in September 1939. 9. A notable public execution of 20 Poles, members of the so-called Polish Gymnastic Society, former Polish insurgents of 1918-19, a local teacher, and a lawyer, was carried out in Leszno by the Einsatzgruppe 6 on October 21, 1939. 10. Poles who were initially imprisoned in Leszno were also murdered in nearby towns and villages of Poniek, Osieczna, Lasakalis and Rydzyna. 11. Poles from Leszno were also among the victims of the large Kiełin massacre committed by the Russians in April-May 1940. 12. Memorial to the members of the Polish Scouting Association, killed and murdered in World War I already in late 1939. The Germans expelled over 1,000 Poles, including families of Poles murdered in various massacres, in addition also teachers, local officials, activists, former insurgents, and owners of shops and workshops, which were then handed over to German colonists as part of the Lebensraum policy. 13. A transit camp for Poles expelled from various nearby settlements was established in the local school. 13. Poles were held there several days. Their money, valuables and food were confiscated, and then they were either deported to Tomaszow Mazowiecki or Lodz in German-occupied Central Poland or sent to local German colonists or to Germania's slave labor. 14. Despite such circumstances, local Poles organized an underground resistance movement, which included the ONUO and SWIT organizations, the secret youth organization Tajna Siódemka and structures of the Polish underground state. 15. The German occupation ended in 1945 and the town returned to Poland. Post-war history. The pre-war monument of the Greater Poland insurgents was restored in 1957. 6. The town underwent a period of fast development, especially between 1975 and 1998, when it was a seat of a voivodeship administrative area. 16. In 1991, a monument to the Constitution of the 3rd of May, 1791 and the heroes of the fights for Poland's independence was unveiled. 6. And in 1995, a memorial to the victims of the Katyn massacre was unveiled. 17. In 2000, the city was awarded the Golden Star of Town Twinning Prize by the European Commission. 18. Climate. Leszno has an oceanic climate, Köppen, CFB, although notably with warm summer continental characteristics, DFB, typical of inland West and South Polish. 19. 20.
Yes, I don't think...
Climate data for Leszno, 1991, 2020 normals, extremes 1958 present, month Jan, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, Sep, October, November, December, year record.
Yes, we not do that because it takes half an hour for the program to read all this, but actually maybe we need to do it. You have to read it because we cannot jump down to there.
Climate data for Leszno, 1991, 2020
So this video will be two parts.
Extremes 1958 present, month Jan, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, Sep, October, November, December, year record high degree C, degree F, 15.8, 60.4, 20.4, 68.7, 24.0, 75.2, 30.0, 86.0, 31.6, 88.9, 37.6, 99.7, 37.0, 98.6, 37.8, 100.0, 34.9, 94.8, 27.5, 81.5, 20.1, 68.2, 16.6, 61.9, 37.8, 100.0, average I degree C, degree F, 2.5, 36.5, 4.2, 39.6, 8.5, 47.3, 15.1, 59.2, 19.7, 67.5, 23.1, 73.6, 25.4, 77.7, 25.1, 77.2, 19.8, 67.6, 13.8, 56.8, 7.6, 45.7, 3.6, 38.5, 14.0, 57.2, daily mean degree C, degree F, 0.3, 31.5, 0.6, 33.1, 3.9, 39.0, 9.2, 48.6, 13.8, 56.8, 17.2, 63.0, 19.3, 66.7, 18.9, 66.0, 14.2, 57.6, 9.1, 48.4, 4.3, 39.7, 0.9, 33.6, 9.3, 48.7, average low degree C, degree F, 3.2, 26.2, 2.7, 27.1, 0.2, 31.6, 3.4, 38.1, 7.8, 46.0, 11.1, 52.0, 13.2, 55.8, 13.1, 55.6, 9.2. 48.6, 5.1. 41.2, 1.4. 34.5, 1.8.